It's week 7 in the NFL, and I'm going to give you my predictions against the spread. Let's crack a beer and get to it. Cheers, guys. Oh! I just definitely went all over my laptop. Moving along. There are some amazing matchups for week 7, and a little spillage ain't gonna kill me. A little part foul. So let's kick things off with Ashley's pick of the week. All right, my lock this week is Green Bay against Houston. Now, Green Bay's coming off of a really embarrassing loss. Rodgers may have had one of the most epic touchdown dances, but he did not have one of the most epic games. In fact, it looked a little bit like he was scared, saw a ghost, and that can happen. We're all entitled to it. You know what? He went against Brady, had a great start, and then just it wasn't one of those days. But do I think he's going to have 2 off games? Nah. No. And that is why I'm making this Ashley's pick of the week. They're going against the Houston Texans. Even though the Houston Texans are home, man, I have not seen worse playing since the Bengals, the Jets, the Giants. Okay, basically the entire NFC East, let's just put it that way. Definitely Packers for the win. Point spread's only 3.5. Easy breezy, beautiful, cover that shit. Now, for one of the most amazing matchups, but the one that frightens me the most to take gambling-wise, has got to be the Tennessee Titans that are going to be hosting the Pittsburgh Steelers. Both of these teams are undefeated. Both of these teams are amazing. The Titans are completely underrated right now. People aren't believing Ryan Tannehill, and he has been playing epic. And wow, Derrick Henry, wish you were on my fantasy football team. Woo. That man is a beast. He is just a point-scoring maniac. Wow, damn it, should have taken him on my league. So I've been debating on this game all week, and I still have no idea. Yesterday, I thought for sure the Pittsburgh Steelers were gonna have this. They're the better team on paper, but now I'm like, no, why? Both these teams are undefeated. I'm gonna take the Titans here. I know a lot of other people are gonna take the Steelers. I think this is a coin toss. The Titans are home. The spread is 1 point in favor of the Titans, which means this game is a pick 'em. It really is. I think I'm gonna go with the Titans here and the cover, but just stay away from this matchup. Let's talk about some of the other more brutal matchups that we've got going on here. The Bills versus the Jets. I mean, that's an easy one. Let's go with that, all right? So the Buffalo Bills are gonna be traveling to the New York Jets, and the New York Jets are just, you know what? My mother taught me, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. So the Bills are gonna win in the nicest way possible. The spread currently is 10.5 points. Now, do I think that they will cover 10.5 points? Hell yes. Take the Bills. They will cover easily. Spread them. Yeah. Now, even though the Bills have 4 players that are listed on the COVID reserve list right now, still think they're gonna crush the Jets. Now, for more COVID talk, the Saints also got hit with it. Did you guys just all go to the same party or something and not invite me? Jeez. Saints are going to be hosting the Panthers, and I do think the Saints could win this game even without all of their star players, but not at 7 points. Are you guys crazy? The Saints are going to be without Emmanuel Sanders, and they're still without Michael Thomas, who is their star. I do think the Saints could win by touchdown, but I think I'm gonna take the Panthers for the spread here. And I know I'm the only human that's doing that, but I like to gamble. But don't kill me if we're wrong on this one. The third and last undefeated team we have is gonna be the Seattle Seahawks. And they're gonna be traveling this week to Arizona to play the Cardinals. While I like the Cardinals, and they are sneaky good, I mean, the Seahawks are just an amazing team. And technically on paper, they should win this game. And I think they're going to cover. But I am a little scared with Hopkins being on the Cardinals and they're home. I think the Seahawks are going to pull out the win here and continue on to week 8 undefeated again, which means there should be 2 teams left undefeated by the end of this week. So this next matchup, woo, we have Jimmy G, who's going to be traveling to his old stomping ground, his old coach, old field, everything. Now he's with the San Francisco 49ers, of course, who are going to be playing Bill Belichick and the New England Patriots. Now, while Bill Belichick does know everything about Jimmy G and the way he plays, guess what? So does Jimmy G. He knows all about Bill Belichick. He knows all about that field. So this game is a lot closer than I think a lot of people are going to make it. Do I think the Patriots can win at home? Yeah, of course, and they should. But Jimmy G has something to prove. Only problem is, I think Bill Belichick scares Garoppolo a little bit. The spread opened with the Patriots as a 5-point favorite. Now it's only 2.5 points. I do think the Patriots are going to pull out the win here, but I think this game is going to be messy, messy, messy. As Nick Foles said, the win doesn't have to be pretty, it just has to be a win. So Patriots will win, and they're going to cover 2.5 points. Spread them. Speaking of unpretty wins, for sure I'm predicting this game to be pretty brutal to watch. But we have the Dallas Cowboys that are going to be traveling to Washington to play the football. This is an NFC East division rivalry, and my gosh, does the NFC East just stink. Ugh. It's so hard being in the NFC East because even if you're a winner, you're still a loser. Oh, my Philadelphia Eagles, they are leading the division right now with 2 wins. 2 wins. While there are teams like the Steelers, Titans, and Seahawks that are all undefeated, my team holds the league with 2. So, if the Cowboys win this, they can easily take over and be back in the lead. But Cowboys just had their tushies handed to them last week, and now they have all sorts of injuries. They even have their 3rd string playing in some of their positions. Washington doesn't have such a terrible defense. So the fact that the Cowboys offense that used to be the 1st ranking, but that was when Dak Prescott was there, and clearly he's out and injured, and Andy Dalton was not his strongest last week. Since Washington's home and Dallas just has no one left. I mean, they're working on their 3rd string for some of these positions. You know, with Collins out, Smith, Martin, I mean, everyone is out on their team. Prescott especially, that just hit them so hard. Call me crazy, but I'm gonna go with Washington football team, and it's a pick 'em. So, pick 'em. Kansas City Chiefs are gonna be traveling to the Denver Broncos, and while Drew Lock is back, I still think I like the Chiefs here. Spread 7 points. Do I think the Chiefs will cover that 7-point spread? Yeah, I do. I really do. So I'm gonna say take the Chiefs for the win and the cover. Spread them. The Detroit Lions are going to be traveling to the Atlanta Falcons, and it is the Falcons, so there's that. If the spread is 2 points in favor of the Falcons, they're going to cover. This is super easy for me, so yep, spread them. The Cleveland Browns are a 3.5-point favorite as they're going to be traveling to the Cincinnati Bengals. Now, I do think that the Browns are probably going to win this, but there's a piece of me that thinks Burrow is still going to be trying his hardest. This kid wants a win. Is he going to get it, though? I don't think so. And I feel so bad for you, kid. But you know what? They're going to pick up some receivers next year, and you're going to be doing just fine. I think Browns for the win, and the spread's 3.5 points. I think they're going to cover. Spread them. The Jacksonville Jaguars are going to be traveling to LA to play the Chargers, and I am loving Justin Herbert. I think this kid is one of the best rookies so far. He's gone up against every star quarterback and held his own. I do think 7.5 points is a lot, but if he can hold his own against the Super Bowl MVP and the GOAT, I think he'll be just fine against Gardner Minshew and the Jacksonville Jaguars. So Chargers for the win and the spread. Spread them. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going to be playing the Las Vegas Raiders in Las Vegas. I really like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers here. They also just picked up Antonio Brown. Brady is just stacking this team. We already know that Antonio Brown and Tom Brady have this little bromance going on because when Antonio Brown was going to be with the Patriots, or well, he was with the Patriots for about like a week before he got in trouble, he had an amazing bromance. So I think that Antonio Brown will be an amazing fit for the Buccaneers, besides the fact that this is his pretty much last opportunity to win over anybody in the NFL. The only problem is he has not played since 2019. He's still a star though, let's be real. Brady is in his element, and once Brady's in his element, he's unstoppable. I think they're gonna cover 3.5 points. Spread them. Now, for Sunday Night Football, we have the Arizona Cardinals that are gonna be hosting the Seattle Seahawks. Now, you might be thinking this wasn't the original matchup for Sunday night. Things got moved around, COVID, problems, blah, 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 whatever. The schedule changed. Get used to it. And I'm going to have to say this matchup is actually going to be better than you probably think. While I do love the Seattle Seahawks, and I do think Russell Wilson is epic, I think this game could be a little bit closer than we all assume, which is probably why the spread isn't as huge as it is. It's only 3.5 points in favor of Seattle, who are undefeated, even though they are traveling and they are coming off of a bye week, which most teams actually do play very well off of a bye week. This scares me a little bit. And who am I kidding? I think the Seattle Seahawks are going to win. and I think they're going to cover. Spread them. And that's going to bring us to Monday Night Football, where the Chicago Bears are going to be traveling to LA to play the Rams. Now, while everyone is saying the Rams are going to win, and I agree, the Rams could totally win here, I'm just still believing in Foles when no one else is. So let's talk about that point spread. The Rams are a 6-point favorite, and I do like the Rams, but I like the Bears for the spread here. I think they're going to give them a little run for their money. I think it's going to come down to a field goal or possibly a touchdown, in which case, yes, I see that we would lose that. So I don't care. I still think I like the Bears. I like Nick Foles. The Rams have had some pretty good wins, but let's look at who they won against. They won against the Washington football team. Ooh, so tough. They won against the Eagles. Again, ooh, so tough. The Dallas Cowboys. Again, let's just say the whole NFC East. Yeah, that's not a huge accomplishment to win against us. But when they played the Bills and the 49ers, they did lose. So going up against a team that's got good momentum, pretty strong, like the Bears, I don't think that they could possibly cover this. Maybe it's because I'm a Foles fan, or maybe it's because I truly believe the Bears are weirdly having an amazing season, even though nobody else believes it. Bears for the spread here. Heck, they could even win, but I'm going to say Rams will win. But I'm going to take the Bears for the spread. I think it's going to come down to a field goal. So guys, those are my predictions. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Either way, leave me a comment. Love you guys. Let's watch some football. Cheers.